Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Pick'ems here with Party Chat Sports. Quick apologies for the delay in some content this week. Had some sickness going on. Had some technical difficulties with the actual podcast this week. So should have a parlay video up on the channel yesterday, aka today. I'm recording this on a Saturday. Hopefully the parlay goes up today, and this will go up on Sunday morning in preparation for the games there. So lots to talk about, lots that happened. Maybe this will be a little bit more lengthy just to talk a little bit more about those games that went on, and maybe some previews for the next week. But jumping in here, Pick'ems standings. So no change at the top, I don't think. Drew and Cade still tied for first. A rough week for Cam drops him back to the bottom of the standings there. But we're all real close there still with Gil and me only a couple games away. And Drew and Cade so far having some fantastic seasons there on the standings. And the all-time there, Drew approaching 400 wins at a rapid pace there. So, and one good week, and Cam sets the new season record for himself. So round of applause to Cam. Round of applause to Cam. We're very proud of him. But going into a week 6, a couple things that happened. Obviously, your frauds of the week, and there's two of them. Two of the NFC, beasts there. I think the two last undefeated teams, right? San Francisco and Philadelphia, they both lose in week 6 there. San Francisco losing on the road at Cleveland. Brock Purdy finally looking like, the QB that he actually is when you take the Avengers off of the field with him, losing a close one to Cleveland, even though they had the kick to win it. But rookie kickers, man, what are you going to do there? And then Philadelphia going in and just, the Zach Wilson Jets, man. I mean, they are they're an annoying team to play. I'll give you that much because their defense is really good. So, Jalen Hurts finally ran into a good team, and he did not play well. So, New York Jets came out on top there. So there's your two frauds of the week. And then losers of the week, there are no winners of the week. But losers of the week, Cameron taking the Indianapolis Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was the only one to pick them. Believed in Minshew Mania, Richard, whatever was going on there. So there's your week 6 in the books for you. Lots that happened, though, overall. Jumping into week 7, the Thursday night picks. Obviously, this game has already happened, but Jacksonville was the clean sweep for everybody, and everybody picked them rightfully so. They got the dub there. But jumping into the Sunday games, Detroit at Baltimore. Pretty much everyone going with Detroit there. Cam, the only one going with Baltimore. I think this is going to be a good game. I mean, it seems one-sided here on the Pick'ems, but this has every ability for Cam to have a winner of the week pick on this one. Both good teams, so we'll see. Rooting for Detroit, that's probably going to be their downfall if I root for them, because that's kind of a curse that goes around Party Chat Sports there. Next game, Las Vegas at Chicago. Is this a backup of a battle of the backups? I mean, oh boy, right? Who is it? O'Connell against Bagent? I don't even know who the Raiders' backup QB is, but everyone's going with Raiders. But this is going to be a crap show. This is going to be a show. Not good. Let's just move on. Cleveland at Indianapolis. Again, lopsided here. Everyone's going with Cleveland. Cam, again, going with the Colts. We'll see if it makes him the loser of the week back-to-back weeks. He believes in Minshew, I guess, and doesn't believe in the team that just beat the San Francisco 49ers. So I can't really explain the thought process behind that one. But, hey, if Indianapolis wins, he's going to look really good on that one. Moving on. Buffalo at New York. Everyone going with Buffalo here. New York. What am I saying? New England. New England's dog water. They're trash, actually. They're horrible, and Buffalo should absolutely wallop them this week. Simple as that. Washington at the New York Giants. NFC East just kind of lackluster this year, especially these two. These are the bottom two in the NFC East. So everyone's going with Washington. I think the Giants are also bad. The Giants are the New England Patriots of the NFC. The Patriots are the Giants of the AFC. However you want to slice and dice it. Both teams are bad. So at least New England's not paying their quarterback $40 million a year. And that's all we'll say about that one. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Clean sweep here for Tampa Bay. Atlanta had a super hot start, and then Desmond Ridder has just been tearing them down. And Cam has been a Desmond Ridder hater all year, and he's starting to look right. And the crew here at Party Chat Sports going with Tampa Bay all the way around. I thought about picking Atlanta here again, but I've been burned by Atlanta twice now on the pick'ems, so I'm defaulting against them until they prove me wrong and otherwise pull me back in probably later in the year. Next game, big one, Pittsburgh at the LA Rams. This one is very interesting for me. Pittsburgh has a great record coming off of bye weeks under Mike Tomlin, but it doesn't feel good to me. And that's, you see a majority of us going with the Rams, including myself. Cam going with Pittsburgh. He believes in TJ Watt, and I do too. But I just have a feeling that if they don't play Joey Porter Jr. like they should, Broderick Jones isn't starting this week because Dan Moore came back from injury, and Mike Tomlin's all about letting the veterans play. But Broderick Jones, a first-round pick, played great. He's not going to be out there. He's going to be back on the bench. So I just feel like Matthew Stafford's going to throw for 400 yards, and Cooper Kupp's going to go crazy, and Puka's going to go crazy. Especially if Patrick Peterson's out there. So that just feels like this game is designed to be a shootout, and Pittsburgh's offense will not win a shootout. So that's where we're at with that, I guess. I just don't feel too great. If they win, I'm super happy. If they lose, at least I got to pick them right. And that's about how I'm playing my cards here. Next one, Arizona at Seattle. The Cardinals there coming off of a loss against the Rams, actually. Going into Seattle, Seattle's a good NFC team. They're perfectly fine. They're better than Arizona is with their roster construction. Seattle, man, they should have beat the Bengals last week, and now the Bengals are in it, and they shouldn't have been. The Bengals have survived 2 games against both of these teams, actually. Man, just disappointing. Seattle should have won last week. They should win this week as well. Moving on to Green Bay at Denver. This one's a split consensus as well. 2 also bad teams. Jordan Love's awful, but Drew and Cade there going with Green Bay. The rest of us going with Denver. I was tossed on this one too. I didn't know Green Bay or Denver. I don't even know what the line is, but just feels like, Russell's putting up a lot of points, fantasy points at QB for Denver, and it just feels like they will win some games, and this just feels like a winnable game for them. So rather than that, though, 2 teams that aren't going to factor much into the NFC playoffs come the end of the year, so it doesn't really matter. Next one, Chargers at the Chiefs. This should be a absolute shootout. Super fun game to watch. So we'll see there. 2 juggernaut offenses, defenses lackluster. And even, are the Chiefs a juggernaut offense, or they just got Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce? I mean, that's pretty much it. But they're getting Mecole Hardman back. Maybe he gets into the fold and he plays pretty well. With that, a majority of us going with the Chiefs. Drew, though, Herbo believer, going with the Los Angeles Chargers, and this is a game that Herbert needs to win if he wants to keep climbing that QB standings and improve his legacy. Sunday night game, I believe, Miami at Philadelphia. 3 of us going with Miami, myself, Drew, and Cam. Cade and Gil, still Eagles truthers. Should be another really fun game to watch. I'm sure Drew is very happy that Philly got put on the fraud list earlier in the episode, and they're really not all who they they're not the team they were last year, and their schedule so far this year has been pretty cupcake. And they lost to one of those cupcake teams. Sorry, Gil. They're not a cupcake team. They just got Zach Wilson. Defense is still good. But I think Miami is going to win this game, and I think they're going to win it by 2 possessions. And then you got the Monday night game, San Francisco at Minnesota. This should be an absolute walk in the park for San Francisco. They're going to come into this game absolutely pissed off, and it's unfortunate for Minnesota that they are the team that San Francisco is going to be playing. San Francisco might put up 40 points if they get their pieces back. And, I don't know what the injury status is of a lot of these guys, but that's why everyone's going with San Francisco, including our Minnesota boy, Cam Braun there. So, with all that being said, that is the pick'ems for Week 6 and Week 7. Video turned out to be normal length there. Didn't want to go too in-depth into detail there, but let us know your pick'ems. Let us know your standings. What do you agree with? Who do you really think is going to win this week? Drop a like on the video. Subscribe for more Party Chat Sports content, and we'll all be watching the games this weekend. Happy Sunday.